Welcome back to another episode of Stamped, brought to you by LFOD Life. I'm your host, Samuel Patrick. Today, Kiki.D and I will be reviewing and featuring some of our favorite submissions. If you're an artist tuned in and you're wondering where all these came from, they came from that link right there. What's up, Kiki? How are you today?
I'm just chilling.
That's beautiful. All right. We were just talking off air about our new IGTV settings, and they capped us back at 15 minutes. We can't do the hour videos anymore. So let's get right into this. Who are you feeling this week?
We could start it off with Image of God by Aziz the Shake and Luke Bars with the money sign with the S.
Yeah, I've been done dirty, done and done wrong. Doors slammed in my face, I ain't do nothing wrong. I forgave, did not forget, what did that get me? My recollection's supposed to help me, not torment me. Woe is me, no, it's me, ain't no hurt in me. I do not say goodbye, I just go and leave. Used to love her to get a quarter off. Confront my issues, clear it up like a morning call. Since I met you, my impression said you sorta off. I would bet you my intentions ain't malicious, my aggressions is a symptom. I'm just trying to do my best, but this pain repetitious, half of which is self-inflicted, gets it's hard to understand my love. Instead of getting love back, I am taking advantage of.
Aziz the Shake and Luke Bars. Now, I'm pretty sure that clip was only Aziz the Shake's verse, and immediately I thought about Lupe Fiasco and how similar the cadence was. In this case, I'd say it's more of a positive thing, but this was nice.
That's fire. Yeah, that's definitely a compliment. Shout out the guys. We're on LFOD. So you didn't know this, but Aziz is actually originally a New Hampshire guy. So he's from Nashua
I
out
saw it
here
on
in
his
LA now.
yeah,
Oh,
on his
okay. Word. So yeah, he had hit us up. Shout out to him. He sent us that 2-pack a little early, and we had checked that out. And I'm glad you felt it. I sent it over your way, hoping it would make the cut. So, and of course, Van Buren, the pressure is outrageous, outrageous. And also, that's the first time I've heard Aziz rap. I don't know if you know this, but until then, I mostly knew him as a producer. He produced a ton of Bia's for Certain Record. He produced all of Black Wall Street for Van Buren. He had some joints on Bad for Press. So I knew him more as a producer. I was pretty surprised to see him rapping at that level on top of that. So
okay.
huge shout out.
So that's why you made the Van Buren comment.
Okay, yeah, good point. Not everyone knows what's going on. Luke Bars is a member of Van Buren Records out of Brockton, Massachusetts. You may be familiar with Lord Felix, who I believe is just Felix now, Giles, St. Leor, Meech Bold. There's a number of them in that camp for sure.
Dope.
Check them
And
out. They're
then,
fire.
right, yeah, for sure. And then Lupe Fiasco, I mean, I don't even listen to a lot of his records. So for me to immediately associate this artist with him, I think it's something that he's going to want to decide if he wants to gravitate towards or try to be a bit more conscious of pulling away from so that he can establish his own identity and brand.
That's true. Lots of thoughts ahead in the artist development world for Aziz there. Do you have a quote you want to share?
It was around the 30-second mark, something about like the love not being reciprocated. I think that's just as simple as it sounds, is very relatable. And sometimes that's all you need is the simplicity of a line to really appreciate the entirety of a song.
When he said his relationships were lopsided.
Yeah, it was around that timestamp. Yeah.
Fire. All right. So on my end, what we're going with, I got this HAAWWS record, Blue Pill. HAAWWS is a sort of like mysterious, unique guy to me. He sort of pops in and off our radar with different sounding records here and there, and he's got like a fan page that messages us to try to set things up. So I'm not sure I've ever really interacted with him, but someone on his team has been in and out of contact with us over the last year or so, and I see him on like Twitter and stuff here and there. But this record is called Blue Pill, and it's over the Dead Presidents beat. You're tuned in to Stamped.
Get my niggas positions, but as soon as the wealth spread, HAAWWS gotta go missing in action. Every line I wrote's a quote for a caption, the truth is flyer. So you know I wear it like fashion, I'm classic. Not to mention that my pen is like magic. I see what most people don't, and that's the image I capture for real. Deep in my own thoughts, cause socially I'm thrown off. How we here for the grills, but you niggas is dozed off. Fuck the game, got that bitch taking her clothes off. Appeal denied twice, niggas finally chose God. We always had weed, but back then niggas so broad.
Shout out to HAAWWS. So I had a couple joints, a couple little lines that stood out to me. Just listening back that time, that appeal denied twice, finally chose God. And then the one that stuck out to me from the beginning was the every line I wrote's a quote for a caption. The truth is flyer, so I wear it like fashion. So it just kind of gives you an idea where this dude's coming from, you know. Got the truth on his chest, you know. That's obviously, it goes on to have a quote later that's definitely a God-fearing track from him. So yeah, I just thought it was like a nice little teaser, little introduction. You know, maybe people might want to hear some more after that. I'm curious what he's got coming for sure.
Very accurate when you said he wears the truth on his chest. So I would like to see him go more in that direction. And then I want to see if he can be versatile enough to go the other direction, which may be a banger, maybe a more melodic track. However, people subjectively describe it as. But this track was interesting to me because of the connection I have to the artist in an indirect way. You know, being born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts, and then coming up through the No Books, No Ball program, he was a familiar face that I remember. Like,
okay.
He's probably, if I'm to take a guess, he's probably like 2-3 years older than me. So just picturing him as an artist now, it reminds me of how I feel of some of the people that I came up with from high school. It's like, you know them as just like one of your peers, or you know them as just one of the basketball players, and now they've become an artist. Now they're in the same lane as you. You get what I mean? So he's definitely a familiar face to me, but in basketball world, and this track definitely made me say, I want to see more and hear more of what this artist can create in the future.
That's dope. Such a small city. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Connecting the dots. So next up, Kiki.D. What do you got for us?
Next up, this record was interesting because no shade to the main artist, but I want to make sure that the feature artist Divine knows that when her part came up, it was very exciting to hear. And arguably, I like the feature more. But together, this combo did a great job. And this is OD's Sex in the City featuring Divine.
And just from the start, we gon' finish this together. That's our loyalty is measured. And stepping for dishonor, I am now, don't care who next up. Facts, nigga, I've been stressed, but I never made a mess. Yeah, I folded under pressure. I know what I can handle. Nigga, fuck your breakfast. You deserve to eat the egg noodles with the ketchup. Winners turn informants, so they lenient on your warrants. Beg for your protection, or they'll lay you on a stretcher. I ain't settling for lesser than what I work and go for. Don't believe the folklore. Keep the metal on the dresser. Pop up like a cold sword, dicking down a cold core. Everyday life is gonna test you. But why would you try to gas a Tesla? Don't compare me to them. I'm cut from a different cloth, a discontinued texture. Miss me with suggestions. I done made it this far. I don't need your input. You can skip the lectures. I only follow
it, I feel so different.
And my middle finger is still my favorite gesture.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I know. Like, I don't know if you agree with me after hearing it, but it's like when that feature comes in, it's exciting. It's like not like the first half was boring, but it just complements it. It flows.
Yeah, I love the confidence of how she delivers that. Oh, I know.
Yeah, vocally, you know, the audio, yeah, it definitely sounds like Janae Aiko was in the studio.
Fire. Oh, you got the compliments today. I'm loving this.
Well, this one really made me like have the wide eye, kind of respond to it. And that's when I know I like a song. Just like, oh, just like, yeah. That's how I know the song was giving what it was supposed to be giving.
Yeah. The whole vibe of that one was really well executed. I liked, he said, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a discontinued texture. Which is,
And then,
you hear a lot of people say the cut from a cloth and like a different punchline, but like
yeah,
discontinued texture was dope to me.
right. I think that's the fun part about rap is hearing the same line, but remixed differently to see who could do it the best way. And then another line that stood out to me, and I think this artist knew it was a great one because he repeated it several times, was my presence in the room turns the volume down to whispers. And I think that's how I walk in the rooms too. So this song,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to play it after this because this is a anthem.
shout out OD. So that's cool how that came about too. Shout out my guy Juan Diablo. So in the Miss Hot Sauce interview that we just dropped, I brought up Juan Diablo and some of the promo he had done that had stuck with me like for years. I haven't seen this dude in years, and I still remember the promo from this album. You can watch the Miss Hot Sauce video if you want to know about it. But
Right.
when we do things, and this is a little gem for y'all, when we do an interview or something like that, anyone who gets brought up, I always reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, yo, you came up in this conversation. Like, it might be something you want to know about, blah, blah, blah. And so Juan checked it out. And after, he was like, yo, my guy is just dropping some new music. I was like, oh, please send that over. We're looking for some. He sent these over.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, let's go. Like, so I'm amped that through that we got some fire like that you liked. It wasn't even just that I was like, oh yeah, I'll play that. You didn't know any of that took place, you know?
I'm glad that you give me the backstory and the context a lot of times on air because, yeah, it goes to show you I'll have my own opinion, but then you'll give me some of that context where I'm like, I could appreciate this so much more.
Yeah, fire. And you know, here's another thing. So OD sent us a few records, and there's one that I think I'm even feeling more that you're gonna hear on LFOD radio. So after you see this episode, go back and check it out. It's this joint Conversations with God. So shout out Bloody Bean Coalition and all them out there. Look forward to hearing more from y'all. This has been a strong episode. I'm excited to drop this one. We're in episode 5. Here we go. We're getting out of here with Ishan, and lately he's a newcomer to my attention, at least, but he's been interesting to me. And we talked about this on LFOD radio as well. I believe he sent us his debut EP in 2020, like possibly a year ago, possibly not even a year ago. And it seems like he's really just hit the ground running and is moving fast. We're going to get into this Ishan. This one's called Lately. Tuned into Stamped.
Lately I've been, I said lately I've been, Lately I've been acting bolder than I ever been. A rookie now, a nigga spit it colder than December when. Now that I'm popping, they been catch up like remember when. Don't tell me children hit you talking hits. I got like 10 of them. Ain't looking at my phone, bitching me alone. Only time I ever kneel is if I'm polishing my throne, niggas talking fables.
Word. So, shout out to Ishan. Like I said, it's just sounding like real polished as an artist in terms of like delivery and voice and how it sounds in the studio. It sounded like it's really getting put together quickly over there. So that's always dope to see. You might have to correct me. You're good at identifying who people sound like, and I've heard too many artists, so it's getting hard for me. I think I get like a little bit of like a Kendrick voice from him in terms of tone and stuff, but maybe it's someone else I'm thinking of.
Wrong number.
No? All right. Yeah, not the way they rap, literally just the sound of the voice. We'll see, though. Maybe get back to me on that. This has been happening to me a lot lately because people send submissions, and obviously everyone's got inspiration, and there's been a few lately where I'm like, oh, who is this a perfect impression of? You know? Oh, and he said in there, this has got me interested, too, because he said he made the Middle East. He said, went and sold shit out. I made the Middle East look like Coachella. So now I want to see him live and see what he's talking about. I love the Middle East references in rap songs because I wonder how many fans like around the country are just like, why is everyone in Boston rapping about going to Saudi Arabia?
Good point. Or what's another common one? Baghdad.
Right. Shout out to everyone sending us records. The link is right there, right under me. Click on that. It's going to ask you for a little bit of information. That's so we can tag you, get everything right. You can also submit for FM airplay as well. And yeah, just get us in the mix. If we don't play you right away, we do listen to everything. So don't take it as an L if we don't play you. It may just mean we're listening for more. And like the more we see from you, that growth does go a long way. So we get a lot of submissions. We're just picking 4 that stood out. So there's a lot happening, but we love hearing what y'all guys have going on. Any closing thoughts from you, Kiki.D, before we get out of here?
Well, if there's anything I learned from this episode, it's that I want to welcome more basketball players, more athletes, join the beautiful world of music. And that also means I hope to see some more familiar faces, whether or not we've spoken before, or I might just indirectly know you from someone that I've grown up with. It's a small community, but it's a big one, as we know, and I want to continue to explore.
Let's go. I'm with that. And you reminded me, I do want to say one more thing. I noticed Ishan shot that video in LA. I know Aziz is out in LA. It reminded me, I'm actually based in LA until March-ish. So if you're a Boston or any sort of artist and you're out in the LA area and you want to link with us and maybe we can get something done, get some work in while I'm out here, let me know. You can get us. That again is scrolling right at the bottom at LFOD Life. We'll be back with another episode soon. Yes. Kiki.D, I appreciate you joining us on this adventure, bringing more folks into the fold. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
Peace.
Positivity is a better movement. Let us do this. Level up and get into this evolution. Revolutionary method music. Get us choosing everything but less excuses. Shout out to the kings and queens with everything to lose that never lose it. So much glory.